Welcome to
Right
fucking
now.
yeah.
Karen's going to see roller coasters. Roller coaster.
Ah.
Ah.
I am. I'm going to Cedar Point, my childhood haunt.
I look forward to seeing one of those photos of you coming down with the
Don't you mean going down?
going down. Snap. You won't have the look of terror in your face though. You'll be like the one person with the stone cold look.
I'll be so excited to be on a roller coaster. It's been a minute. So I was talking to John when I came in about this thing that really hit me is I started my book over again. And I read this book called The Way of Mastery. And I've read it, I don't know how many times, 10, 15, 20, who knows. And I've had it forever. It's falling apart. It's highlighted in so many different colors. It's underlined. There's words in the margin. This book is well used. It's been with me for a long time. And I had this thought, based on what I know about the mind, that we automatically filter information in a way that kind of fits our story. So I thought, what would happen if I really concentrate on the words that I haven't highlighted yet? Because apparently I thought they were not that important, or else I would have highlighted them in one color or another. So just by doing this, I got like a completely different perspective of this book that I've read like a zillion times. And it's reminding me of that concept of approaching things with a beginner's mind. And I don't know, it's just so fascinating. And I've heard this thing before, like if you're the smartest person in the room, find a different room, right? There's nothing for you to learn there.
Yes.
And often we might think we are the smartest person in the room, but is it really true? Who knows? So I don't know. I just love this concept of looking at things through fresh eyes and looking for what's different. So even if you've heard somebody speak about a certain topic or you've heard a topic over and over and over, if somebody different is offering a different perspective on it, or even what might seem like the same perspective, be the detective, like play, like what could I listen for that would make it different, that would deepen my understanding or broaden my perspective. So I thought we would start off with that.
I love it. There's so many different directions I could go. The first thing that's coming to mind most clearly for me is the holographic structure of existence, at least according to Bashar and several other people. So every part of the reality is completely contained within every part of the reality, just like actual technological holograms that are used now. You can like zoom in on any part and see the whole. So I'm thinking within information that you think isn't valuable or is worthless or is irrelevant, actually the whole of existence is contained within that information, the same as it's contained within the pertinent information.
Oh my gosh, that's deep.
Yeah. And the other thing that's coming to mind is perspectives. Shout out to my buddy Otto, who works as a genius coach, as he calls it. Phenomenal guy. He suggests assessments for me to do sometimes for me to better understand myself. And one of the assessments I took, the outcome was, I forget the term they used to define it, but basically it was saying I was a collector of things, that I enjoyed collecting things. And I was like, at first I was like, I don't think this has any relevancy. I don't think I like to collect things. And then all of a sudden it hit me. My favorite thing to collect is actually perspectives. I do collect like crazy and I love to collect, but it's not really physical things so much. Maybe random things for fun, but it's
Legos.
perspectives. Legos, yes. Maybe jetpacks in the near future. Shout out to the company Gravity. I think I'm gonna go check out a jetpack.
Nice.
But yeah, that collection of perspectives and recognizing sometimes a perspective may be like hidden behind something you don't prefer, or that idea that like anger is triggering you to something you might need to take a closer look at because there's a perspective you could benefit from within that.
Wow. Yeah, I love that, looking at the holistic universe kind of theory, because there's so much to that, even if you go deeper on characteristics. Like we're all holistic beings. We all have every single characteristic within us.
Yeah.
And like you were talking about looking at things you don't prefer, a lot of times we project those characteristics out onto other people because we think, we make meaning. Like, what will it mean about me if I'm murderous or whatever it is that you don't want to be? But in order to fully embody any characteristic, we must first embrace the opposite. So the shadow to get the light.
Yeah. Do you see carryover with beginner's mind to beginner's luck, maybe? Or that idea? Like beginner's luck is generally someone who has no experience with something, knowing just a little bit enough about it to be excited about it. So they're approaching it with a positive attitude and an emotion backing that, which, as we know from Dr. Joe, is the formula for creating a preferred reality, clear intention, elevated emotion. And that like freshness and excitement, not having been bogged down by like memories of the past.
Yes.
This didn't work before, so obviously it's not going to work now. There's none of that. And all of a sudden it yields something they preferred to happen.
I love that perspective. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because you know enough to be dangerous, they say, right?
Yes.
But really it's enough to be successful and to not be bogged down by the past, to not take the past and put it on the future or the present. Ooh.
Yeah.
I'm going to use that. I love that. Like I remember being new at things and contacting like mega stars to be on like a summit I was doing because I didn't know any better. And I'm like, and some of them said yes. And I'm like, okay.
Yes. Ooh, what a powerful concept. Knowing better is really just self-imposed limitation.
Yes.
You're taking the past and applying it and putting it over the future. And that's Dr. Joe's formula or Abraham's formula of just regurgitation. When your tomorrows look the same as your yesterdays, you're just picking up days and placing them back over. So
it's also reminded me of one of my own limitations that, when somebody's newly approaching something like in business, for example, there's a part of me that wants to warn them, oh, I wouldn't waste my time there. But that's like taking my limiting beliefs and my past experience and putting it on them and limiting them. So that's something for me to watch for, that such a wise know-it-all.
that's so
attitude. Wow.
That's so powerful and cool of you to recognize and say, I saw the exact same thing in myself and I made a deal with myself. I am never going to warn anyone of anything ever again, because I recognize that's exactly what it is. I'm selling them on an idea of fear based on an illusionary memory that's only reflective of my current state of being. But like they may spin gold from straw because they have the belief and the capability. That's really what the growth and possibility is. Everyone believes something some way because that's the way it's always been. Someone asks, but wait, is it possible? And some people will say no, some people will say maybe, but that one person who's the dreamer and forward looking, choosing a new perspective, hell yeah.
I love that. It happens with guys too, or maybe even women, but some women will be like, oh, you dated this guy, what'd you think of him? I'm like, he wasn't a match for me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, somebody asked me like, is he a good guy? I'm like, I don't believe in that, but he wasn't a match for me or we would be together.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what to say to that.
It's so powerful. Bashar says fear is always separating and love is always integrating. So you can always know what state you're in and what perspective you're choosing based on whether your physical action is like a running away from or a closing a gap of. Granted, there's all sorts of exceptions, but as an overall premise, if you're super excited and jazzed and exhilarated for something, you're going to move towards it. And the game, aw, Karen, that's so sweet, my heart. Right there. Boom. Oh, wait, I learned another thing. Let's do it again. Are you ready? Whale. One more time.
I don't get it.
What? Dolphin. Instead of doing like the fist bump,
Yeah.
it's a whale jumping over or a dolphin jumping over. Shout out to Alicia on that one.
Okay.
There's more, but I'm forgetting.
Oh, okay. Alicia's got to be on, I guess. Teach us all the things.
Yes, there's several of them. And the more people I've shown it to, other people are showing me other ones. Like, let's do one more. Narwhal.
I always wanted to do that when you did.
That's what's up.
All right, if you're listening, we're sorry. You're just going to have to watch all
Yes.
that because you just missed a whole bunch of hand signals. Most of them were clean
Most.
until I got involved.
As usual.
John's were clean.
As per usual, as they say.
Well, whatever. Someone's got to take it to the gutter, John.
Facts.
That balances things out.
Being that
The
fearless.
light and the dark.
That's
I don't
right.
think it's dark. It's fun.
Hell yes.
It's light and fun.
It's light and fun, and that's always truth. There's never a need to get serious, in my opinion.
I agree.
Seriousness is always the pulling away from.
It's so funny. I did a in quotes, a trauma release session today, and I sent this woman these recordings, and she's like, that was so much fun. I'm like, would you have ever expected that, to do like a trauma release session, reliving like not reliving, revisiting the most painful events of your life, and for you to be laughing during it and then afterwards say that was so much fun? Like, that's, for me, that's like a total mind blower.
Fuck yes. I'm seeing the overarching concept of this episode being it's all about perspectives.
Yes.
And we've touched on this a million times before, but it's really solidifying. It's all just a buffet of perspectives to choose. And I was telling Karen before we started the episode that I recently did one of these self-assessment surveys. This one's by Gallup. I'm going to come with more homework next time. I'm not going to come having
No, you're not.
homework. But because I forget the name of it, because I don't zero in on things like that. But it was basically the overarching premise of this assessment is everyone's good at fucking something. There's no such thing as smart, dumb, winner, loser. It approaches it that everyone has a capacity to excel in some avenues, and the key is to key in on what did I say?
Everyone's good at fucking something.
Oh shit. Karen is very good at perceiving
language
play.
And twisting it to something dirty, whether you meant it or not. It's, in my mind, I'm having a blast with whatever you say.
I gotta be honest, I'm seeing my self-reflection within you.
So what are you good at fucking?
The episode or the assessment showed that my best skills were actually in like dreaming, imagining, and focusing in on the future.
Nice.
Yeah.
I believe that.
And I really
100%.
was excited to see that, because that's the game I'm playing with reality right now. What's the perspective I can choose that has the greatest expansion and excitement and integration with others contained within it?
Yeah. You were also telling me, oh my gosh, this was really cool, that the more you play with this expansion and following the bliss, the less time there is for other bullshit.
Yeah, thanks
To
for
even
that
creep
alley-oop. I would love to share that.
Yes.
Yeah, I have been playing with Bashar's formula of acting on your highest excitement in every moment you can to the best of your ability with zero insistence or expectation of the outcome. And he says it builds, and I've been playing with it, I guess, long enough now to really see it building more and more. I have this huge list of things that I'm really excited to play with, from jetpacks to stocks to buying companies to new types of exercising. I took like an adult tumbling class the other day, like a Cirque du Soleil style class.
Oh my gosh.
Felt fucking awesome. But what I'm recognizing as I look around during my days now is I'm moving so fast towards so many excitements that like I can't even remember. I know I used to be mad in past versions of myself, but I can't even remember what I used to be mad about. And there's just
How about now?
Oh shit. Maybe I like that. There's just no airtime anymore for fighting against anything because there's so much excited nipple play to run towards. Again, if you're not watching and you're just listening, I don't know what to tell you.
I'm in a silly mood today. Man, it's all that trauma release. It like frees up energy for other things, and
Yes.
I don't know. It just blows my mind, like that could be fun.
Yes.
But my perspective is like fun is one of my top values. I want everything to be fun. So why wouldn't I make it fun?
That's
Because I am fun. So of course it's going to be fun.
fuck yes. That's the most powerful perspective I've found, is deciding what's occurring in my external environment is completely independent of my state of being that I choose. So I choose a state of being of excitement and happiness regardless of absolutely anything. And another way of spinning that is I can just choose the perspective or choose to play with whatever's happening in a exciting and happy way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it all.
Boom.
Boom.
More hopping off on perspectives.
Yeah, do it.
How about the perspective buffet? How do you pick in any given day? There's like a million different directions you can go, like a million different directions, right? It may seem like things aren't coming to mind, but you could like hop on a plane and fly to Australia. You could go, I don't know, buy a pet turtle. You could go teach an online class. Like, it's truly infinite. We're only really limited by the number of thoughts we can come up with in any given moment of what to do, and then deciding if your belief system is going to support that action.
So what are you playing with? That's fun, besides what you said already.
Maybe recognizing that even though I am unlimited, I am to some degree limited by the circle of thoughts that I could come up with conceivably at any moment. And to answer your question, excitedly playing with people, there it is again, playing with people who have new perspectives and broader perspectives than I do, to expand my mindset of what is possible and what I can actually engage with in any given day.
That's super cool. Yeah, I love that. Even learning your new hand things.
Yeah.
I did it under the camera. You couldn't even see what I did.
That's what's up.
That's really cool.
Yeah, we might be done with this episode now.
I know, we might be. It could be a short one.
It can totally be a
Go
short
to something
one.
else.
Fuck yes.
Well, thanks for listening. And hopefully you got to see some of that silliness because, we had fun with it.
We had fun with it right
Fucking.
now.
I got to say fucking twice.
Right?
Oh. Right
Fucking.
now.
Right.
Fucking.
Ow.
It looks like we're stoned or something.
It does seem
or
that way,
drunk
doesn't
or
it?
something.
I'm excitement drunk.
Me too. All right, tune in for the next one because we're going to film another one.
Peace out, peeps.
Peace.